Have you ever wondered how a blind man was able to give the world the keys to see the truth? Though we were born slaves, there's always a sojourner. See, this journey isn't easy. The world systematically tries to railroad the future. They want us underground. And unfortunately, you can't free those that don't want to be saved. So like Harriet Tubman, you got to carry a pistol for those so afraid of freedom, they'd rather go back to being slaves. Some want the throne, but not everyone is fit to be king. When you're the king, the world is gunning for your spot. They will gun you down with your hands in the air and claim you forced them to take the shot. Also that the princes are afraid to shoot their shot at life. The king is the most important chess piece. In order to have checkmate, the king must rest in peace. Only way to successfully kill a king, separate him from his queen, the most powerful chess piece. La negra tiene tumbao. The world must bow as the black woman slays. I ain't talking Billie Jean or Dirty Diana. I'm talking Angela Davis, who understood the world to freedom has always been stalked by death. I'm talking Coretta Scott King, who said, if the soul of this nation is to be saved, you must become its soul. If plans fail for the lack of counsel, then lean on history to console the damage inflicted in your soul. Lean on the kings and queens of peace, kings and queens of pop and salsa, kings and queens of peace, kings and queens that reached down into the depths of the nothing they were given and forged kingdoms out of hope. I had a dream that the black man was being blackballed from life. And for those that have grace to keep their life, it's either ball or get 25 to life. What is life if we can't portray an uncompromising depiction of experience and form like Frida Kahlo de Riviera? Yes, we're born by a river, but refuse to be drowned in oppression. Basquiat described it perfectly with suggestive dichotomies. A king without a queen is like wealth versus poverty. Out of poverty will rise to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. When the blackbirds are asked why you want to fly, we respond, cause it's a thriller. When the blackbirds are told you ain't never gonna fly, we hold our heads, uphold our destinies. Like what you expect us to do, die? There's still blood on the root of the strange fruit. We were told that the seed that planted America was in God we trust, but the only thing we have faith in, the only thing we see is no matter how much free labor that seeps into the soil becomes oil that keeps this machine running. No matter how much black loyalty, brown loyalty that keeps grinding this country's gears, it is the privilege that the crowd hears. It is the privileged voice that the people cheer, even if the disenfranchised wrote the speech. We can't ignore injustice and wonder why people are upset. We are upset because it is just us. It is just us dying in front of our children. It is just us burying our parents. It is just us building this country but being rejected by this country. It is just us. It's spelled U-S-A. Sorry, I ain't sorry. It don't matter if you're black or white. All I'm trying to say is that they don't really care about us. We're blinded and divided into sections to fight us, but a house divided cannot stand. If all of us don't stand up to stop injustice and the oppressed remain around the corner, one day, injustice will show up on your front door, invite itself in, and place you amongst our ranks. But the answer has always been amongst our ranks. This blood of mine doesn't allow me to present a problem without offering a solution. We are at war, a spiritual one, but still a war. And in order to win this war, we must become winners. Mandela said a winner is just a dreamer that didn't give up. We must wake up. Angela said we're no longer accepting the things we can't change. We're changing the things we can't accept. We must stand up. Ali said we're no longer counting the days. We're making the days count. Sojourner said truth is powerful and it prevails. We no longer have to wonder how Stevie was able to see. Just because a man doesn't have the use of his eyes doesn't mean he lacks vision. We stand on truth. There comes a time when silence is betrayal and injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We were created equal or else. Those, us, me, you, that remain silent when they come for the Christians, Jews, and Muslims, blacks, Hispanics, Indians, Latinos, and whites, will hear silence when it's our turn. When you turn a blind eye to the oppressed, there will be no one left when it's your turn to be oppressed. And your turn is coming. Because if anyone can be oppressed, we all can be oppressed. There comes a time when we must be upset and upset this unnatural order of things. Are we not human beings? Caring for a stranger is human. Are we not human? In just us, we have the power to defeat injustice, but it takes all of us. Please join us. Because if not, one day, injustice will show up at your front door invite itself in, and there'll be no one to help you.